What is up, Hoosier fans? We're back again for another video. Today, it's not going to be on a live. It's going to be a short video here. We haven't had a lot of movement this week. We still have 2 scholarships remaining. And the question that everybody wants to know, who's it going to be? Well, I've accumulated for my readings a list of 4 people. Let's start with the ones that are on the Daily Hoosier right now that they still have listed as prospects. Nikita Konstantynovskyi, say that 3 times. The Monmouth center, 6'10". He's been getting some play from a lot of different universities. Everybody knows that we need depth at the 5. 6'10" center, he offers that is what Indiana's kind of looking for at this point in time. Number 2 on that list is going to be Alex Hemenway, the Indiana native. I think he has to apply for a medical hardship. He's a guard out of Clemson, 42% three-point shooter from the statistics that I'm reading. I think he looks like a slam dunk if they do not save a scholarship. I believe that Indiana should save a scholarship in case something special comes along, but Alex Hemenway seems like the guy that's going to be here. I think his visit with IU is scheduled for the 24th of May. I may be incorrect on that, or that may be his decision timeline for transfer. But nonetheless, Alex has missed some playing time. He only played in 5 games last year. He does suffer from plantar fasciitis, if you remember correctly. That is what sidelined Rob Fennessy before he transferred to UC. And then I think he broke something when he was there, but same type of deal. There's no real timeline on return. So that it may be kind of a risk, but he shoots the ball lights out. He works really well without the ball in his hand. He is a star in a motion offense. Definitely think that he's going to be one of those guys that we end up maybe needing. So we will see if Indiana chooses to use that scholarship for Alex or if they wait and hold on to it for somebody else. Now, the next one on the list that just popped in here recently is Langdon Hatton. He's the 6'10" kid out of Bellarmine, 10.5 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game. He is another big-bodied kid. I think he shoots the 3 at a pretty decent clip. Last year was at 33% at Bellarmine. He played in 31 games. And I don't see the statistics there. I just see the percentage. The year before, he was a 50% three-point shooter. Free throws, much better last year at 67.5. So he is another kid. He is a junior, and he's also an Indiana kid from Georgetown, Indiana. Langdon Hatton of the Bellarmine Knights. Overall, 48% shooter. We're looking for somebody to match depth behind Ballo and Renew, because we're going to need somebody there, because you know that Renew's going to get in foul trouble. He's very handsy. And Ballo does not play 30 minutes a game. He's about a 25-minute-a-game guy. So we're going to need to fill some spot right there. And those are the 3 that are on the list. I want to go, now that we've kind of got through the list that's out there and presented, I want to go to the list that I seen on Hoosier State of Mind. Jordan Bont, let me say it, butcher his name, Bontrager, say that 3 times. Jordan Bontrager wrote, Alex Hemenway and Baba Miller round out IU's basketball's roster. Pretty good article. He put that out on May the 1st. It really got me interested because I hadn't seen anything on who Baba Miller was. Baba Miller is a 6'11" center at Florida State. I think he has 2 years of eligibility left. I'm not positive. I will get back to that here in just a little bit. But what's really intriguing about Baba Miller is he is Khalil Ware made over. I know he's leaving Florida State in hopes to find a program that can propel him to NBA adequacy so that he can be drafted. Indiana's got a pretty good track record with guys that are big, lanky, and thin, can spread the floor a little bit. Khalil is a great example last year. I think this guy fits the bill, would be an excellent guy to have in there behind Ballo and Renew. It would definitely be able to spot start. and would be able to, if they decide to go small, be a great guy in there to stretch the floor if they sit Ballo out. I watched a video on him today. His athleticism is through the roof, more athletic than Khalil, can run the floor, can pass the ball really well, very athletic around the rim, has a good nose for the ball, and has a pretty nice looking jump shot. I don't know if there is any merit to this report, but you should read the article. I think people put articles out like this just to get everybody's attention. But if Baba Miller has not been contacted by Indiana, I'm suggesting that you do it right now, because with the lineup that we currently have sitting there, he's the guy that really fits the bill. Not that these other guys wouldn't fill in nicely and be good in that spot, but you got a guy that can stretch the floor maybe a little bit better than Renew, and that's, I think that's real important. Everybody does not like Indiana having the too big inside. They talk about it consistently that the offense is so old school that it will not work. I think the offense will work just fine regardless of how they do it. It's a matter of execution. I think execution is going to be a lot better this year. Looking back at long shots potentially for that other last spot, the only person's name that is still out there that's on the radar is Adu Thero from Kentucky, the 6'8", and he's listed as a guard. My gosh. Anyway, a 31% three-point shooter. He's still listed on the radar. I would say it's probably a very long shot for him to come here. I think, if I remember correctly, and I might have the wrong player, I think Arkansas is still on the map for him following John Calipari. And I think Pitt was on that list, and I think that's because his hometown was in Pittsburgh, if I remember the recruits. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Smash them buttons. Please join the channel. Come in here and hang out with me during live streams. Indiana basketball is one of our passions here. NFL football is the other. All sports talk will start happening really soon as we get into the summer months. Alex and I will be doing lives. Please check out the channel. Much love, and I will see you guys on the next one.